Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on in. Come on in. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. It is Thursday. It is TXU huddle day. Let's go. Let's go. If you are not driving, if you are stationary and you are able to type here, let me see you type here in the chat. If you are stationary and you are able to type without without let's not cause any accidents. But let me see who's that's present. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Listen, today's conversation requires that we bring the energy. It's all about the energy today, guys. It is all about the energy today. It is quarter four. Throw them fours up. This is the fourth inning, guys. It's the fourth inning of the year. And so it is important that we get in here. It's a fresh start. It's a fresh start. I know some of you are probably looking at your numbers from last month, and I hope you are happy. If you see some room for improvement, that's fine. We can do that. We can make those pivots, but still be excited about the future. So I'm excited about today's conversation. I look at today's conversation, guys, truly and sincerely as a reset. Literally, it is quarter four. It's an opportunity for us to have a conversation. Let's get ready for quarter four and what we're going to do, not just in our businesses, but also in our personal lives with the fourth quarter of this year, right? So let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. All right. So, first off, welcome to your huddle, Experts University. You guys have probably noticed we were titled Experts University. We are Experts University because guess what? We have a couple brands that we have brought up under our umbrella that we're going to add to our curriculum and our conversation. Let's go. And so we are Experts University, and you guys are experts. You're going to be experts in all things real estate, title, mortgage, transaction, contract, all things. We got this, right? Because our motto is we learn more to earn more. There will not be a deal. There will not be a situation that you see that you are not able to overcome and what? Close them. All right. So that's where we are. So for those who I have not had an opportunity to meet before, if you were brought in by a guest, welcome. Welcome. My name is Racole Jackson. I am the founder of Experts University, as well as the co-founder of the multiple brands that are up under the umbrella. A little bit about myself. I am a Florida girl, originally from Miami, up in Palm Beach now, trying to cause a little bit of havoc. No, I'm just kidding. But I am a Florida girl. If there's any Gators in the room, go Gators. Got my undergraduate degree from the University of Florida. Went out to California where I got my law degree, came back to the U, and I have my LLM in real property development from the University of Miami School of Law. Good afternoon. I am a licensed real estate sales professional in the sunny state of Florida, right? So that's a little bit about me. So Experts University is powered by Title Experts and our other brands. Title Experts is a full service settlement services and insurance firm that we close all of Florida. I'm pretty proud of Title Experts. Title Experts was born out of a desire to serve the real estate community in another way. I wanted to bring expert service. You guys probably know our motto is knowledge. Of course, we start with knowledge, clarity, and superior service. We endeavor to be the most knowledgeable. We endeavor to be the most clear. We understand that most people, title insurance, like, what is that? What do you do? All they know is they want to cash. They want to check and keys, cash and keys, right? Cash and keys. And so, hey, Olive, how are you? So we want to let them know as we are getting you to the closing table to pick up your cash and or keys, how things are going. And so some of the features of working with Title Experts is we are an attorney managed firm, and we do have multiple attorneys in the firm. We do provide a dedicated closing team. I want you to know that when you work with Title Experts, you are working with I want you to know who you're working with, right? You don't just send a blind email and who knows who will respond to you. I want you to know who you're asking for every time you call in. We do provide dedicated transaction coordinator services. Again, regular status updates. And if you want to close in 7 days, if it's a deal that can get it done, we want to close with you. All right. So rush processing is also available. If we have not had an opportunity to work with you before, you are more than welcome to meet me at our closing table. Close with title experts. New contracts are sent to contracts at titleexperts.com. General questions are sent to closings at titleexperts.com. And our cute little vanity number, I'm kind of proud of it. Anything branded, right? Is 866-5-experts. We'll get you on the phone with someone in the office. And round of applause, drum roll. I'm so excited. I am so excited. Our business is getting bigger. Our business is getting bigger. I mentioned earlier that when we first started that we're Experts University because we have brought other brands up under the umbrella. And the newest brand up under the umbrella is Motto Mortgage Experts. We are now proudly a funding source for Florida purchase mortgages. So Motto Mortgage Experts, you'll see more about that. We'll be doing more trainings, more on that, more introduction to the LOs that are coming up under this umbrella. We are excited. We are excited about growth. We are excited about being able to offer end-to-end servicing for our community, right? So end-to-end servicing for our realtor community from contract to close. Literally, if you once you go into contract, we have our transaction coordinators at transactionexperts.com. From funding with Motto Mortgage to get your clear to close, and then obviously title experts for your closed and funded. All right. So we're excited. We are excited about this. So more to come on that. So to today's conversation, mindset over market. Mindset over market. Success through a positive mental attitude. Success through a positive mental attitude. And so, one stop shop. That's right. Success through a positive mental attitude. So, like I was mentioning earlier, and guys, I'm going to take my time with this because this is very important to me. I want to let you know that everyone in the real estate space right now is experiencing the same thing. Okay? I don't want you to think that you're the only one that's like, oh my God, what about these interest rates? My customers are my buyers are backing up. My sellers are backing up. My sellers are not adjusting to the market. My sellers still think they can ask over list price, right? My you know, this I'm not closing as many deals as I was closing before, right? What is going on? We're all hearing the same news, guys. We're all hearing the same chatter. And so when we do this, I want to first give you grace. I want to give you the space to know that you are not the only one that is experiencing this. We're all part of the same market. I made a note, the market, it is what it is, guys. And our conversation today is about you putting in your mind to control the controllables. If anybody in the chat is the Fed chairman and you can change the interest rate, then we can have a conversation with you. But outside of that, you can't control that. If he's in here, let me know. I'll go first. I'll try and convince him first that raising interest rates like this is not really the answer right now, sir. But it's not. He's not in here, and so I can't control that. You can't control that. But we can control the controllables. And guys, can I tell you that there are things that you can do? Properties are still being listed. I'm still closing. There's still buyers in the market. And so we're going to get our mindset today to focus on what we can control. What we can control. Because you can only control the controllables, right? Success through a positive mental attitude. You can control your mental attitude. You can control your mindset, right? If you look for problems, you will find problems. If you look for answers, you will find answers. So let's talk about it. If you're not driving, this is something you want to take out a pen and paper. Should take it out every time we come together, but this thing is going to speak to everyone differently. This is going to speak to everyone differently because you know you and you know what you face better than anybody else, right? So, as we have this discussion today in this huddle, I want you to jot down action items. What must you do? What must you address right away in order to maintain a positive mental attitude for success? Because, guys, can I tell you again, we're still closing. We're still closing. And as long as there's business to be had, it should be you as well. So, I wrote down a couple quotes to get us started. And I revert back to quotes oftentimes. You guys have probably you've ever heard the term or the phrase, borrow someone else's strength, borrow their experience, borrow you can even borrow their mindset, right? And so when you say borrow, it's like, I'm a little weak right now. I'm a little weak right now. Can I lean on you? Can I lean on your strength? Can I lean on your mindset? Can I lean on your positivity? And the way you can do that a number of ways. I want to first get you to know that you have to maintain a positive mental attitude because I mentioned it earlier this morning, where focus goes, energy flows. If you think down, you're going to go down. It's just what it is. If you think down, you're going to go down. But if you look up, you're going to go up. The last line of a very popular poem, it says, I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. I am going to control the controllables. Change your mindset, change your life. Change your mindset, change your life. Change your mindset, change your life. There's another quote that says, have you ever noticed that the more positive you think, the more positive you feel? The more positive you think, the more positive you feel. What have you been thinking about? What have you been thinking about? The more positive you think, the more positive you feel. Right now, in this very moment, think about a positive experience. Think about your biggest closing. How did you feel getting that closing check? The more positive you feel, the more positive you think, the more positive you feel. If you're a new realtor, when you got your passing score, how did you feel? Think about how you felt. The more positive you think, the more positive you feel. If you ever find yourself going into a negative space, think positive. Stop what you're doing and think positive. Bring your energy, bring your vibration up. If you think down, you will go down. If you think up, you will go up. So you ask yourself now, do I maintain a positive mental attitude for success? Do I, throughout the day, make sure that I check in with my thought process so that it is positive? Am I thinking up? Am I thinking up? When I get a call, when it's time to negotiate, do I see back and forth banter as a problem, or is negotiation? This is what we do in real estate. right? This is what we do. We go back and forth. What's your lens on these situations, right? Yeah, everything falls into place. Everything, you'll be surprised. What you're worried about didn't even require your worry. What it did require, it required action. That's all it did. Just require some action in the positive direction. All right. So that's our first check-in. Do you maintain a positive, do you maintain a mental attitude for success? So we have to do that. Secondly, do you know how to motivate yourself to act? Guys, this is important. Your mindset is the springboard. If I tell you, listen, this market isn't easy. I'm just going to tell you right now. You are going to have to double up, more than double up. You guys are at 10x. You're going to have to 10x your efforts during this little patch. And you're just going to have to accept that. That's something that you can control. You can control your output. Yes, you can. You can control your output, because guess what, guys? There are plenty buyers that are okay with buying in this market because their mortgage payment is still going to be less than what they're paying in rent. And they understand that even though it's higher than what you missed out on an opportunity, it is what it is now. Control the controllables. Get ahead of the interest rate now. We're going to have a discussion about some of the different financing options that you can have a conversation with your clients about, right? You can control, we're going to have conversations about that. But if you don't have a mindset that this can work, it's not going to be worth us having a conversation. We're going to have to dig in, guys, these next 90 days. Again, guys, I'm in the same market with you. Hello? We're in the same market, right? My deals don't come from any other source than yours. Like my, what do you say? Farm raised versus free raised. No, we're in this, I'm shooting in the same pool as you, right? And so we're all doubling up our efforts, 10xing our efforts right now. And so, do you know how to motivate yourself to act? Now, there's going to be some practical tips, that tools that we're going to look at, such as numbers, right? We're going to run these numbers, okay? How many people, how many deals do I need to close? How many, what you're going to really need to do is increase your lead gen. That's really all it is. I'm just telling you guys right now. You're going to have to increase your lead gen. You're going to have more conversations. So you're going to need to ramp yourself up to have more conversations. More leads in, I promise you more closings out. More leads in, I promise you more closings out. More marketing is going to bring more leads in, which is, I promise you, is going to bring more closings out. More conversations are going to bring more leads in, which I promise you are going to bring more closings out. But when you are doing your marketing, when you are communicating, what is your mindset? Is your mindset like, oh, this ain't gonna work anyway? I don't know why I'm doing this. I promise you, you're only gonna market for maybe one day, maybe 3. But if your mindset is, okay, I'm controlling the controllables. I realize, it's not, we don't have as many buyers in the market, so I got to get to the ones that are ready to buy, right? I'm controlling the controllables. So, do you know how to motivate yourself to act? The best motivation always comes from within. Let's say that again. The best motivation always comes from within. Again, I don't know what your challenge is. Maybe you don't like going live. Maybe you don't feel comfortable with discussing comps. Maybe you're not comfortable with negotiation. You know what your burden is. You know what your hindrance is. I'm going to tell you this, and it really inspired me. CEO of a huge multi-billion-dollar real estate brokerage said there was a thing he needed to do. And you guys probably saw this. He said he needed to go live. He knew that he needed to go live. That was necessary for what he was trying to accomplish with the business and the brand. And he hemmed and hawed and did everything else before he just finally hit the button and went live. He was like, oh, I could probably do this. I could prove. And he said, you know what got in the way? He said, my ego got in the way of what I knew would move the needle. My gosh. When I heard that, I said, listen to me. He said, my ego, this is a multi-billion-dollar CEO. Okay. My ego got in the way of what I knew would move the needle. It's always the thing that's going to give you the greatest reward that's going to be the greatest thing to execute. It's just what it is. It's just the law of averages. It's just what it does. It's just kind of, that's how it balances itself out, right? Think of a weighing scale. If something is very heavy, in order to lift it, you have to put something that's equally as heavy. So it's something that's going to have a great result. You're going to have to put something as, you're going to have to implement as equal action to lift that result up. And so again, the billionaire CEO, the multi-billionaire CEO said, I was fretting. I was fretting. I was thinking of every reason of how to get out of this. I was trying to find the easier way to do this. It was my ego that got in the way. I told myself what the result was going to be. I told myself no to doing what I knew was going to move the needle. And I just did it. And lo and behold, wow, you guys are here. You actually jumped on my live. Thank you. Thank you. And he's been going live every day since. It's been a couple days. I say to you, no one knew his self-talk until he said it. I don't know your self-talk. I don't know what's motivating you not to act, what's causing you to be afraid to act, but you know. So I want you to hit it head on. Now, what are some of the practical things that you can do? Remember, I talked about borrowing someone else's faith, borrowing someone else's courage, borrowing someone else's victory. Audiobooks, huge. Audiobooks. Listen to audiobooks, guys. Listen to it before you fall asleep. Listen to it while you're working. Listen to it while you're preparing a contract. Listen to it while you're driving. Listen to it while you're cooking. In this space right now, when things are not as easy, you're upshifting. You're gonna have to double up on the mindset. This is the central command center right here. This is the central command center. When this thing goes, even in your natural body, when the brain goes, what? Everything goes. So you cannot lose your head. You just finished the 5 a.m. club. That's right. Exercise. Not the best. Find what you like to do. If you guys follow me on social media, you know I go to Hot Works. That works for me. I've done other things. Nothing else has allowed me to be as consistent and really feel the benefit of it as this workout. I've done CrossFit. I've done all the things. You find out what you can do. Maybe you walk in and listen to the audible. I'm going to tell you what generally is the issue. It's your schedule. So you're going to have to make time. Someone said, I just finished the 5 a.m. club. That's a true thing. Someone says, oh, I'm not a morning person. Well, where will you get the time in? For me to work out at 5 a.m., I have to be up at 4:15. Does it feel good? No. But I know how to motivate myself now. I know how to motivate myself now to get up. I mean, the alarm helps me wake up, but I know how to motivate myself to get up. There's something magical, guys, about 5 a.m. Everything is quiet. Generally, you know, things don't come up. Things don't come up at 5 a.m. They just don't. They come up at 5 p.m. They come up at 8 p.m. Or they don't come up at 5 a.m. So that's why that's a good time to put the most important things in that time slot. Along with exercise is meditation. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not the biggest meditator. I'm putting that all together still. But all it's saying is just to stop and think on the positive. That's how I gather. Again, I'm not an expert, but it's just saying, just stop and think. Calm yourself. Calm yourself. Think on the positive space. Put yourself in a positive place. Put yourself at the closing table. Put yourself at the closing table. Put yourself at the birth of your child if you have kids, right? Put yourself at play at the park. Wherever is your beautiful desired place, put yourself there. And I promise you, your energy will elevate. Music, for sure. Make sure you listen to the right type of music. But music does it for you. Music will put you in a positive mental space. It will put you in a positive mental space. Journaling, writing, just write it out. Just even if it's in your phone, just writing your thoughts. It helps. Therapy. Therapy. Yeah. We all need we all need someone to talk to. So even when I say therapy, guys, that doesn't necessarily have to be a licensed therapist. It can be your it could be a good friend. I'm glad, Rana. I'm glad. It could be just a friend. It could be just a friend that is just gonna listen, right? Sometimes we just need someone to hold the phone and say, mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. What? Wow. I get it. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Yep. I completely understand. It's okay. You need to hear somebody say it's gonna be okay. It's just what it is. It's just something easy as that. Right? And then family. Oh, woe is me. Family. Your family will motivate you to act, right? When you see your kids, when you see your siblings, when you see your parents or whomever you're doing it for, they will motivate you to act. But I wanted to motivate you to act from a positive place, not from a place of desperation, right? We always use this term, your why. What's your why? What is your why? Who is your why? Who is your why? Yeah, positive affirmations. So family and love your loved ones, your partner, your spouse, whomever. And the last thing, I know we hear this all the time, but this is very true, guys. Social media fast. You got to get off social media. Social media will drive you crazy. Just be honest with you. In this space, if you're trying to be productive, let's just be honest. And here's why. It's not necessarily that it's a bad thing, but it's overstimulation. It's too many ideas, thoughts, suggestions. You should do this. This is what I'm doing. 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 Eh. Make sure you have a allotted time to check in with your friends. That is motivating, right? Yay, good for them. They closed, they got married, they're pregnant, their baby shower, kids' first day at school, right? Valentine's Day, all those different things, but enough. Like, have a purpose and get off of it because it'll mess you up, right? I'm glad. Lastly, do you know how to motivate your customer to act? Okay, so we built on this. Our mindset has to be good for us to motivate ourselves to act. And guess what? Energy is going to match energy. Your attitude influences others. So if you start grumbling, talking about, oh yeah, the market is terrible. It's just terrible. This is just dismal. We should just run and hide. You're the leader. You're their advisor. If they don't see you on social media, like, all right, okay, let's go. Who's ready to do it? We got solutions. There's answers to these interest rates, right? If they see you run and hide, they're going to run and hide. Maintain a positive attitude for the benefit of others. That's your customers. So the same way we're in this space, we're huddling here. I'm glad you guys are saying this is good stuff. Guys, go talk to your customers. Go tell them, say, hey, listen, okay, interest rates, we're going to control the controllables. Borrow that, borrow that from us today. Take that from, we're going to control the controllables. When your buyers are like, the interest rates are going up, we're going to control the controllables. Guess what we can't control? Our timing. You should say, well, that means we need to hurry up. Because they say they're going to bump them up again. That's what we can't control. We can't control them bumping them up, but we can control when you get your butt up. Let's go see a house and go into contract and lock in your rate. How about that? Right? Let's go. Let's go. Let's start talking about the rental rates or not. I've never seen rent go down. I mean, it just generally doesn't. No, I know some smart ones like, oh yeah, during COVID, people were giving discounts and all that stuff. Yeah, okay, that's a special exception, just like the interest rates. But generally, has your rent ever gone down outside of you moving? You generally had to move to have your rent go down. But if you stay in your apartment or house or whatever you were renting, that rent continued to go up. So you tell them that. And you can't control that. You can't control the rent increase unless you move. So let's control the controllables. Let's get your butt up. Let's go look at some houses. Let's get you approved for a mortgage loan. If you need a loan, hey, might have some cash buyers, right? And let's get you closed. Let's get you some keys to your new house. So know how to motivate your customers. So you're going to motivate them again by being positive yourself. The last thing I want to say to you is, I heard someone say, he says, when I'm flying, he said, and we hit a little turbulence, he said, I don't get concerned until I see the pilot concerned. If the pilot is cool and, still navigating, I'm cool. I'm good. But if I see the pilot start looking nervous, now I'm nervous. You guys are piloting this plane. You're piloting your client's real estate transaction. You are the pilot. You are the pilot. You are the master of the fate of that transaction. You are the captain of that plane. So you don't get nervous, right? Make sure your energy is positive so that your clients, your customers remain positive. So, in closing, with all this discussion about mindset and success through a positive mental attitude, we're going to center ourselves, we're going to get our head straight, and then we're going to act. Overthinking will never get you as far as taking action. Overthinking will never get you as far as taking action. Overthinking will never get you as far as taking action. So there's some actions that we have to take to stay good. I won't even say stay afloat, because I'm not even suggesting that you guys just skate through. I'm suggesting that you guys maintain and increase, because it is very well possible. It is going to take action, but that's the next thing. What is the strategic actions that we have to take? What are the strategic actions that you have to take to go bigger? Go bigger. Overcome the market. What are the strategic actions that you have to take to control the controllables? You can do it. You can do it. You can do it, right? Just keep your head on straight and control the controllables. All right, guys. That's our huddle for today. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're so welcome. I'm so glad you guys found this helpful. Again, this is week 1, quarter 4. We got our head in the game. We're going to control the controllables. Over the next few weeks, we're going to be discussing the controllables. What are our actions? We're taking action. I don't want to see it. Let's go. I don't want to see anybody back up. We're going to have to just, I appreciate you more. We're going to have to market a little bit more, have a little bit more conversations. You're going to have to do more in the space of your positivity, because you're going to have to counteract all the noise that's coming in. But you got this. All right. If you need to be reminded, you guys already know this recording is in the community. Listen to this, put this on repeat. All right. All right, guys, that's our huddle. I will see you next Thursday. Love you more than you know. Bye.